Hello, welcome to June 6th, 2025. My name is Kurt, and this is my Retiring in Japan journal. I'm glad you're here. I'm a 61-year-old American retired in the Japanese countryside with my Japanese wife, living and trying to find our way in this new paradigm, 6 months in. Every day I try to record as much as I can of the interesting details and some of the mundane as well along the way, giving you a roadmap and a sense of what this is like, what this journey is like, what this dream is like once on the ground and living it out. Because before I was here doing this, I was sitting on a TV in the evening, sitting on a sofa in the evenings back in California with my wife side by side, watching other people doing the same thing. And now here I am doing it myself. Sometimes I forget that as I begin to live and take this stuff for granted, that it's not for granted for those of us that are still just dreaming of it, right? So if that's you, or you just want some entertainment from another part of the world, or maybe you live down the road from me, whatever the case, welcome. I'll endeavor to do my best today. In retirement, I only give myself one task a day to do, and that includes weekends. And today that task is to go support my new friend Alan, who is opening a gallery in Shizuoka City called it's called the Duke of Shizuoka. That's his moniker as well. So that's downtown Shizuoka area, and go check it out on Instagram. Duke of Shizuoka Gallery is the account. Or if you just search for Duke of Shizuoka, I'm sure that'll lead you there as well. And I'm gonna go there. So we're gonna be here in the morning doing our stuff around the house, and then we'll head out around noon, have lunch, go to the Duke's Gallery, and make it a day. Let's begin. But first, let's head up to Hirasawa, go climb the temple steps. Something important to note here as I continue up the way, this land here, all of this land belongs to my wife's uncle, and he's the patriarch of the family. And it's been rice fields for, gosh, he told me once that they've been working this land for 400 years. And it's a prime location, right against the river over here, and just beautiful location, great land. I don't even know what's going on with that over there. It looks like something's growing there. That's someone else's land, but his land extends from all the way up here. These are his sheds here, and then all along here. It's like front row seat on the river and beautiful sky. Anyway, he's given it up. He's too old to farm anymore. It looks like his sons aren't taking it over. I don't know what's going to happen to the land. I don't think it'll be developed at all, but it's a shame to see. I've watched this after so many years, watching him farm the land, to see that has now come to an end. There used to be water at this time of year every year trickling along the edge here. It's all come to an end. Kind of breaks my heart. Okay. All right, this is interesting. Along these flooded fields, churned up as well. They're ready for planting. You can see the farmers have the actual seedling rice ready to go. Here's the batch that's going to be filling out this paddy, and another green batch over there, and another batch over there. And you can see over there the duck we've been following for a couple of weeks now has made a comfy place there as well. Imagine these will get planted today, probably. Okay, as I leave the river side there to walk along this paved road where I can have, with the dawning sun, a better chance to see some interesting insects, I want to make a commentary. It feels like my videos are peppered with these face-to-face commentaries, but I haven't made a lot of them about updating status and what's going on as a retired guy in Japan. So, I missed work, right? 6 months in, and I'm rediscovering my work ethic. I needed a good break after 40 years, right? So, but it took me about 2 months to realize that I didn't want to do without work. I just didn't want to do the work that I was doing before. So I launched my YouTube channel, my YouTube store on my YouTube channel, and it's well underway. Sales are happening, listings are happening, I've got the workflow down, and I think I successfully leveraged a lot of the old skills that I developed and had as a project manager towards that end. So now here's the thing. I got all the back. It took me about 30 items acquiring, listing, documenting about 30 items, and developing the sales process to get it down. The mechanism is in place. It took me several months to figure out what and how I could acquire, list, and sell these items. That's all in place now. Oh, look at that, a berry. Yeah. It took me a while to figure all that out. It's in place now. So now I have a backlog of about 20 items that I haven't listed. And I'm going to set up on a schedule now of 1 item a day, with or without weekends. Weekends are optional. Further to that point, 1 adventure per week. And that adventure will be out into the countryside, ostensibly seeking out a review of countryside homes, and also wrapping adventure around that. So that will begin today. No adventure today. Today's a day going downtown, like I said, but today I will. It's a Saturday, so I have the option to list. I may do that, or I may use it as a catch-up day, but you get the idea. I have this routine, I have a function, I have a mandate given by myself to myself, and it's a worthwhile one. Okay, let's carry on. Start to slow down. I'm hunting insects. Shh, be very, very quiet. I was thinking as I was just walking this last bit here, how life will break us one way or another. Not that there's any means or there's any conspiring mechanism or intelligence behind it, I don't believe. But it'll have us. It'll either have us young and we'll either we'll fall down and never get up, or if we get up, that's the best life. Fall down early, fall down midlife, stand back up. That's a good formula. Putting it all off, avoiding the fall until the end, when our bodies finally weigh in and say enough is enough, that's a pretty grim prospect. Better to risk, fail, succeed. Better fail. Better to risk and fail early than late. It's dog walk time, and we're coming past the fields, and you can see that this farmer seems to have a problem keeping it flooded. That one over there, he's got another field behind that this canal goes to. The water level seems to change, and he's got to control it with that stick. It's a problematic affair. This field seems to stay pretty nicely flooded, though. Let's check how the canal's going. This is the one that's got the interesting thing, the water flows in over there, yet seemingly exits higher up the elevation, but clearly that's not the case. The channel goes through there. Oh, I'm losing track of Yumiko. She's way up there. The tomatoes are coming in nice here. Little peas, I think those are coming in. Looking good. I always love seeing this shovel stuck in the earth. And then, of course, this channel right there. That is just a little ribbon through the farmland. I love that. It's been a few days since we've seen this construction site, but you can see they've done some significant work here. Poured a lot of concrete. They've got these wooden pallets out for some reason. Extended the concrete barrier here, and have something that looks like boxes of some sort. Something's going on. A lot of happening. We're going to see what happens there. And of course, the farmers' fields remain fallow here and flooded over here. Let's take a quick look at the state of this flooding. The farmers here seem to be a little more attentive to their fields. They're pretty much, I never see them dry out the way the other fields like by our place are. Well, the mud's peeking through there, but this is probably just normal. Lots of footprints trudging around, boot tracks. Looking good, nice and planted. And also they use more machinery over here on these fields than the other one. You can see the water trickling through a pipe there. Looking good. We're wrapping up our walk, and I wanted to report on the status of this field, which we've been watching grow for more than a month now. And this is edamame, in fact. Yeah, all this is edamame. I think you can actually see the beans if you look closely right there. Isn't that nice? Field of plant after plant of edamame. Boy, that's going to be a nice harvest. Local farmer, they live right there. They're really nice. They know their hand. They're real farmers, which happen to have a kitchen garden that they really farm. All right, before we head down to Shizuoka, we'll water the plants and walk the dogs. Rudy's going to come out with me. This garden is such a project. I don't feel up to it. Rudy's tied to the crate right there. This landscape here is just wild. It just grows so fast. Go down, fill up the water pail. go. Okay, that should serve them all well for a day while we're out. Okay, Rudy, let's go get ready for our walk. Yumiko just pointed this out. This produce stand that usually has nothing has big bags of potatoes all of a sudden. Look at that, for 100 yen. Plus, look at these hardy daikon. Oh my gosh, these are a really good deal. Right here at the corner down from our house. Normally this vendor is empty. I mean, years past, it belongs to this farmhouse here. But every now and then they've been popping it in. All right, hey Yoko.
Hey.
Okay, Yoko's driving. There's Yumiko and back. We are on our way. Hey, we're on our way downtown to go to the Duke of Shizuoka's grand opening. But we have a little time before that, so we'll get lunch, do a little shopping, etc., etc. Let's go. Okay, this is Shizuoka Station. So this is as good as center of town if you want to think about it. When people come to visit, they usually stay at the Hotel Associa, which you can see in the frame in the middle over there. That's where I recommend people to stay, partially because it's so close to Shizuoka Station. This is where the bullet train, the Shinkansen, stops, and you can just walk right over to that white building over there. Very convenient. Yoko knows some good places we can park downtown, and then we'll start doing our thing. Look at that restaurant over there. That's crowded. That's not just on the first floor. It winds up to the upper floor. Maguro tuna place. Park the car at it's a new kind of parking thing that has the photo rather than the barrier thing. Anyway, we're gonna walk downtown. I'll just show you a couple of video or photo glimpses as we go. Here's an old style shopping district. Some nice old stores. Ooh, I'm losing track of the ladies. Kind of a typical downtown house, going up in elevation 3 floors. This place has a tea display of some sort. Maybe it's a tea shop. And here's a splendid old house. Look at that. Wow. Maybe an old restaurant of some sort. I like the architecture. I mean, I don't know. I mean, look at the big, even bigger eaves in the back. There's something big back there. Nice. Oh, Machi house style. Here's a bar, I think. Kaoya. And what I like is that they have these tiny little narrow entrance. Look at that. Little stairs up and the Japanese flag. And the water feature. And I can hear music inside. Very common to see laundry hanging out in these downtown, right on the street, in these downtown bar and club establishments. Here's the place where we're gonna have lunch. And just waiting in line. The ladies informed me that this is actually a pretty famous place. There's more than one of them in town. And actually people will travel from other parts of Japan just to eat here. In fact, we saw the first one. This is the second one. The original down the street actually had people standing outside. You may have seen the video with their luggage. This is interesting. This old building right here. Well, I don't know how old, but it looks old. And it has a restaurant on the bottom. So it's an example of, work establishment below, living establishment above. It takes up a lot of square footsies in terms of the real estate footprint, but that leaves all this space down there for the cars to park, plenty of parking for their customers, maybe 2 restaurant establishments here. Come to think of it, not so sure. 2 bars maybe, plenty of parking, plenty of room to live, and even a balcony space, all here in downtown. Good use.
九州の甘り醤油とかも多分うまいよね。
刺身醤油を加えてみよう。ブレンド。
お待たせいたしました。天然味ないのどうぞ何盛りでお待ちのお客様ありがとうございます。こちら大盛りでございます。
That was really good. Really, really good. Good call, Yoko. It was, yep. And so now we're.
That was my idea.
Was it?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay. Good call, Yumiko. So now we're on our way to do some shopping. Let's go downtown. We are downtown. Iwaichi is just right around here somewhere, right? Shinoho. Uniqlo now, I think. Uniqlo. And we're gonna shop for some clothes for me. Some shorts and some shirts, maybe with collars in it, so that I can look a little more presentable. Although I kind of like looking like this guy. I don't think that's flying so much. What do you guys think? Green polo?
Is this your color?
Yeah, I like green. Not so sure. Well, we struck out at GU, so now we're going to go to Uniqlo. That was GU, not Uniqlo, so we'll go there, try that. We're underway, getting the different clothes. I got a whole basket full of stuff to try out soon. You guys are finding some good stuff.
Too many to bring to her.
But it's like
dressing area.
all the good stuff's at Uniqlo, right? Yeah, all the good stuff's at Uniqlo. Mm.
いらっしゃいませ。すべての商品を右側のスペース。
でも畳も
点数をご確認の上、次へを押してください。
ちょっとそこで畳も
Okay. Yeah.
あ、バブルきれいに
カートがこれね。
This is Shizuoka's underground tunnel system. It goes all around, and sometimes there's guys, barkers, barking out things. I don't know how to say it right. What are they called? Bursters? These guys are giving out ads. Sometimes there's priests ringing bells, all kinds of stuff. But anyway, it connects all around Shizuoka downtown. And this is the Shizuoka Downtown Tea Center. So you have Chibi Maruko in front of the castle. Oh, really? New tea is available. The fresh tea of the season is available from the tea center. Very nice. But this isn't my supplier though, so I don't get it here. This is actually where we get our tea for our stuff, our honey. What that means, of course, is that my customers, if you buy tea from my store, you're getting a better grade of tea than Yumiko and I drink, because we drink the cheaper stuff from that place. The stuff that I get from my store is the good stuff from our own valley. I know I should drink it now. That place right there, the chocolate crow place, is really good. They're like chocolate croissants. Oh my gosh, they're the bomb. I lost my family. So now we've had some shopping good. We're gonna go shopping good. We're gonna go over here to a cafe that Yumiko and I went to a long time ago that has really good stuff. There's some caffeine and maybe a bread. This clinic right here is where Yumiko worked before she came to America and met me. She worked 2 jobs out of high school. One of them was here, the dental clinic. The doctor's still working after. The doctor's still working after all these years, right?
Did you say dental clinic?
Oh, and it's a doctor clinic. Oh, a kids clinic, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Pediatric, that's it. It's a big building. And this is the cafe that we're gonna go to right here. And we get some coffee and stuff, and look at all the good stuff they've got. Yumiko and I came here once before together. Nice, and that's the entrance to the the last shogun's house. The last shogun of Japan lived in that beautiful house with the big trees right there. You can get a glimpse up in the courtyard, right in there. This is the last shogun's house. Okay, now for coffee. All right, well, we've stopped for tea, and the ladies have got tea, and is that coffee, iced coffee? And you got some bread set. What is that, Yumiko?
Matcha something.
Matcha something. I've always thought that's exactly what it was. What's yours?
Raspberry chocolate bread.
Nice. And then I've got a croissant. All right. Look in this beautiful little cafe. Right. I can't wait. All right. That's it. No. Itadakimasu. Okay, lunch, shopping, and coffee break is over. Now we're walking over to the Duke of Shizuoka's gallery. So Yumiko's got the map app going, following her lead, as always. This is the local downtown Shizuoka Don Quixote, and we're gonna zip across the street. Yumiko and Yoko are together. It's an elevator parking structure. Whiskey with cheese and tomato. We've been walking a number of blocks, but I think we're still on the route for it. Mostly we're just checking out all the stuff in this interesting, eclectic part of Shizuoka. So much to see. There really is a lot. We're always on the lookout for good coffee here in town, and we seem to have come across literally a coffee counter and a coffee corner. There's a coffee shop there the ladies are checking out. This one is a coffee shop and beer. First floor beer bar, second floor coffee. Tap room, no less. And then more over there, and then they have like cakes and stuff. Oh, like shave ice or strawberries. Another coffee shop. And what's over there? Oh, look at this whole street. How eclectic this whole street is. A restaurant there. And it looks like something over here. All kinds of... Look at this street. I don't know. Yumiko says we're already almost there, and we're finding all kinds of interesting things. This little eclectic street I've never been down. Lots of interesting stuff to see. And something else, a plant store. We like plant stores. spidey sense says we're getting close. Ooh, another interesting restaurant. I can't even read that. Takunomi. Wow, this is a really interesting street. Church. Whoa, this place is like out of the past. Old houseware store, toys, aliens, old woman strollers. Oh, here it is. We found it. Hey, you found it. I want to get a video from out here. There it is, the Duke of Shizuoka. That's what we came all this way to see. Along this very eclectic street. So I'm really well situated to catch all the eclectic crowd, so to speak. Well, let's go and see, have a look. Hey everybody, so you may remember a few weeks back, I ran into Alan and his son here at the Jinja at the flea market, kind of flash antique show here in Shizuoka, and I ran into each other again, got to know each other, and learned that Alan early on was a photographer, and that he was opening a new gallery. Now your moniker here is the Duke of Shizuoka.
Gallery is the Duke of Shizuoka.
And go ahead, tell us about yourself and your
I'm
gallery.
Alan Clark, photographer. So this is my studio. Half the week is my studio, and half the week is the gallery. And people can come in and purchase, look, stay, have a coffee, whatever. Yeah.
Wonderful. Now, what I was really delighted to see, now I remember I've been away from Shizuoka for over a decade, right? A lot has changed since I went away. For example, when I went away, Mochimune, the town up the coast, was a sleepy little fishing port. It's become kind of an eclectic place now.
Pretty mega place, right?
It is, it is.
With the brewery and
the brewery and
onsen. And,
yeah. It looks like the same is happening to this part of town.
Yeah, the developers are really kind of promoting it and doing really good stuff. So it was great. The landlord didn't, hesitate to let us.
Yeah, you're the perfect
It seems they want to kind of, push the demographic in the mix.
Right.
And that's excellent. That's lovely.
So just so those of you who know, if you happen to visit Shizuoka, and I know a lot of you actually do, you'll stop by Shizuoka because I'm saying, hey, this is the place to be. Because when you're zipping down from Tokyo on your way to Kyoto, and there's more than Mount Fuji to see as you pass through Shizuoka Prefecture, there's the Shizuoka city itself. Anyway, when you stop in Shizuoka, this gallery and this area right here is within walking distance of the station where the Shinkansen is, if you're a good walker, right? It's going to be a 15-minute walk.
Yeah, it's a nice walk.
It's a nice walk,
yeah.
and it's a very pleasant and interesting walk. You'll have to kind of find your way around through the neighborhood, but this is the kind of place, if you're going to get turned around and twisted around anywhere, this is the good place to do it.
Yeah, some great stores, great bars.
There's no dangerous neighborhoods. Every neighborhood you're going to find is going to get interesting, and the later at night it is, the more interesting it will be, don't you think?
Yeah, absolutely. it is not dangerous at all.
And this neighborhood in particular is especially interesting because it's got lots of old architecture, old buildings, they like maybe old ramen shops from the old days that have been refurbished, and they're coming back to life as coffee shops, breweries, tap rooms, and now galleries. There we go. So I hope you guys will stop on by. Do you guys want to say anything else to the folks?
Yeah, pop in, Duke of Shizuoka Gallery. It's a eclectic mix of many different photographers' art here and a few of my own pictures. So,
and if they want to find you on the interwebs,
Duke of Shizuoka Instagram, AlanClark.world, and Alan Clark Instagram.
And I noticed there's a Duke of Shizuoka on Instagram and a Duke of Shizuoka gallery?
They're both mine, but I just stick with the gallery one.
Just with gallery ones?
For now.
Okay, that's the one to go for. Come on by and check it out. Give them a follow, and when you're in Shizuoka, stop by and
this is Jutsu. He's the actual Duke.
Oh, you are the up-and-coming Duke. This is awesome that your dad's got this place, huh?
Yes.
All right. Are you an artist yourself?
I don't know.
No, maybe up and coming, right?
In the making.
In the making. That's right. All right. Well, thanks for inviting us over.
No, great. Thanks, Kurt.
All right. Come on, make sure and drop by. If you guys get confused about it, just hit me up. Dinner by the way. You know how to reach me. Let me know, and I'll tell you how to get here. Okay. Thanks a lot. Let's look around. Okay, just came across this burger place. They're closed right now, but they advertised the best burgers in town. Yoko's been here twice. She said it was really, really good. And here's their menu over here. Look at that. I just go for the authentic cheeseburger. Tequila's Diner here in Shizuoka. Look at all these different selection. Ice cream too. I'm coming back there for sure. This whole eclectic street has everything, including Duke's. And what's this place? here's a real special place. This is an old store that's been converted into a kimono fabric shop. Check out this place. You can get coffee and toast, and if you need to, you can stay overnight upstairs. How nice. And this is right in the heart of the eclectic side of Shizuoka that's really coming to life. Yeah, nice. Okay, we're walking home and we're at a little park here where our daughter used to play when she was little. This park here has this fountain that comes out right there and then sprays water and makes these little rivers that go all. You like see the child playing right over there? And our daughter Emily, she used to love to play here. And another place that I've never actually come to, but this would be a great night for it, Saturday night, is this dining and drinking corridor here. What a place. Okay, we fed the dogs, and now Yumiko and I are walking down along the river. Yumiko's dangerously close towards Yoko's house for our nabe dinner as the sun goes down. And that's our house. It's behind that tree up there. You can't see our house though.